So a little while ago, as some of you might recall, I made a tier list of all the Mario games, just the platformers though. I didn't want to get too deep into like the RPGs and the sports games and stuff. And some of you had a few things to say about some of the choices I made, and some of you disagreed very strongly with some of my choices. And so I thought, okay, let's get a second opinion. So I asked good old ChatGPT to give me a tier list, ranking S through E just like I did. So I gave ChatGPT the same list of games that I ranked in my tier list and asked what it thought. Now before we start, while I was ranking games based on my personal experience with them, how fun they were, how good the music was, and how generally important that game was to like gaming as an industry, ChatGPT decided that it was going to rank these games based on general consensus and critical acclaim. Let's see how they differ. So starting out with E tier, I decided that the only game that belonged in E tier in the Super Mario series was the Japanese version of Super Mario Bros. 2, or as we know in the US, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. I don't think I need to argue that case. But surprisingly, for E tier, ChatGPT decided to put none of them. It didn't believe, apparently, that any Super Mario platformer belongs in E tier. Apparently, ChatGPT thinks very highly of the Mario series. Moving on to D tier, I decided that Super Mario Bros. 2 and New Super Mario Bros. Wii belonged in there. And I'm not going to re-argue this case. You can go back and watch the original tier list video if you feel like seeing all my reasonings behind these ones. But something I found a little interesting is ChatGPT's specific dislike of certain types of Mario games because it decided that in D tier belonged New Super Mario Bros. And New Super Mario Bros. 2, and that's it. Looks like ChatGPT is chugging the haterade for the New Super Mario Bros. Games, at least for the handheld ones. Then in C tier, I put Super Mario Bros., the original, New Super Mario Bros., the first one for the DS, Super Mario 3D Land, and Super Mario Odyssey. So what did ChatGPT have to say about C tier? So it looks like we have one matching opinion here. We both put Super Mario 3D Land in C tier, but it looks like that's where the similarities stop, because other than that, it has New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. U, and Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, so much higher ranking than I gave the Lost Levels, but still seeing just a general dislike for the New Super Mario Bros. Games. Now up in B tier, I put Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario Bros. Sunshine, Super Mario 3D World, and New Super Mario Bros. 2. But looking over at ChatGPT's, I guess this is just where it decided that this is where all the Game Boy games deserve to be, because it put both Super Mario Land and Super Mario Land 2, and it also threw in Super Mario Bros. 2 US. Very interesting to see Super Mario Bros. 2 US rank that highly on anything. Now moving on to the big dogs, the really good ones, the A tiers. So as we know, I put in Yoshi's Island, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Land 2, and New Super Mario Bros. U. You got something from pretty much every era. To me, those 4 games just shout what was almost the best game of that era. But what does ChatGPT have to say about the second best tier of Super Mario platformers? Looks like he's got Super Mario 3D Land. Wait a minute, hold up. Did ChatGPT just put Super Mario 3D Land on the tier list twice? I swear I did not tell it to do that. You can take a look for yourself. Oh well, screw it, I guess. Moving on. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario 3D World. So a weird amount of love for the 3D games. I don't see how general consensus, critical acclaim, or just an AI's ramblings could place Mario 3D Land this highly. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Okay. Anyway, moving on to the big ballers, the big dicks in the room, the best of the Mario games. So for S tier, I've got Super Mario World, Super Mario Land, and Super Mario Galaxy. Those are the 3 Mario games that I could plug in at any time and just play them and I would be happy. ChatGPT, on the other hand, gave the most generic fucking list you've ever seen in your life. I think every game ChatGPT put in S tier was one of the games I heard someone yelling at me about to put into S tier when I made the tier list. So in S tier, from ChatGPT's mouth, we've got Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 64, Super Mario World, and Super Mario Bros., the original. That being said, whose tier list do you agree with more? Mine or ChatGPT's? Also, how close did ChatGPT get to your personal feelings on this tier list? I'd be very interested to hear what you think about your own personal feelings versus what the AI decided for us were the top and bottom Mario games. And also, do you agree that no Mario game belongs in E tier? Do you agree with that? Because, man, I'm looking at you, Lost Levels. But anyway, if you're still watching all the way to the end of this video, thank you very much. And if you liked this video, you could leave a like, you could subscribe. I'd appreciate it very much. Hold on again, 1 second. One last thing. Did I forget to tell ChatGPT to rank Super Mario Bros. 3? Yeah, I did. Okay, well, let's fix that really quick. And to nobody's surprise, he also threw Mario 3 in S tier, making this the official ChatGPT Mario tier list. All right, sorry for the interruption. Back to the rest of the video. You could subscribe, I'd appreciate it very much. Or not, and if you think my opinions are garbage and I am a dog shit human being, you can go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to hear from you no matter what. Thanks for watching. Bye.